Hey guys, Solar here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Merciless Wave Dark Knight's Metal Batman. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we are taking a look at Batman as he appeared on a specific cover, actually, from the Dark Knight's Metal story arc. This is, of course, another Batman, but also another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figure that, of course, I like, but I'm not going to lie, this is one of the kind of weaker ones from the Dark Knight's Metal stuff, in my opinion anyways. Just, it's a little bit awkward in places, and I don't think is the best the line has to offer, but it's still pretty solid, at least compared to what Mattel was giving us at the end of the line. So, with that being said, let's kick things off with aesthetics and articulation. This is also the final figure of the Merciless wave I am going to be taking a look at, because I looked at all the other ones already, so please go check those reviews out if you haven't already. Looking at him, he is not happy to be here either. I don't know why all the Batman gotta be all frumpy and pouty and just emo. Just, oh, I'd be here. Oh, because he's Batman. Be nice to get a Adam West Batman from McFarlane Toys. That'd be pretty sick. But articulation on this guy is very odd in the neck. The neck is very weird. It's way at the bottom. It doesn't. I don't think he's got like a giraffe neck thing going on, but it is kind of awkward. So he can look down without any issues at all. He can look up, kinda, sorta, not really. And he can turn side to side, and he does have a little bit of tilt in there. But it is, again, very awkward. I would have preferred had they had done it more like, here we go. This guy, where the cowl was all one piece and he didn't have a neck joint. That way you could get this nice range up and down, and then the tilt, and then the side-to-side rotation. But you don't really get any of that with this guy. So that's kind of a bummer. The shoulders are fine. Standard McFarlane shoulders. They go out to the side. They go back down. They do have the butterfly joint to allow him to move around. So that's nice. He's got a bicep swivel. I think he's got double jointed elbows too, if I'm not mistaken. He does, so he can punch himself in his own face. Just about. He's got the McFarlane style ball hinge wrists, but you ain't gonna get much of anything at all out of those. I mean, this side too. I mean, you're just not going to get a ton out of those because of the way the gauntlets are. So that's whatever. I could take it or leave it. Now, the torso on mine is kind of floppy. The diaphragm joint. It's tight in spots, but then it does get pretty loose in spots. Rotates, kicks back and forth. It's like floppy right in here. You can see how easy it is to kind of move around. So I don't really care for that. That kind of sucks, but whatever. It's not a whole lot I can really think of to fix that, other than maybe heat the waist up, pop this off, and put some of that, what is it, floor polish, whatever, on that ball peg. That might stiffen it up a bit, but that's a job for the old man, not yours truly. I suck at that stuff. But again, his waist joint is fine. That's nice and stiff. Moves around, gives you your crunch. You can crunch forward a little bit. You can crunch back a little bit. The cape kind of helps with the whole looseness thing. If I have him kind of crunch forward, his cape ain't gonna let his torso fall back like it was when I was showing you how the neck moved. The hips are, again, he's got a very hard plastic diaper here, so you can't really do much with the hips. And then kick him out a little bit, and then move him forward and back a little bit. Thigh cut, he has one. He's got a thigh cut, but he doesn't have a ton of range in the hips, so that's kind of funny. Double joint at the knee. Oh! He could almost kick his own ass. Damn. That's that. And then he's got a hinge in the foot, which again is hindered by his armor down here. So you can't really utilize it all that much. So that's a bummer. And then he's got the toe hinge, which of course is loose and floppy. I wish they would just take these damn things out. You don't get much out of them. I think the Devastator had the best ones because his were tight, at least on mine. I don't know. I give Hasbro a lot of shit, but they don't put those in there because they know they're loose, floppy, and suck big, fat, hairy donkey balls because they're always loose. Kind of why they don't do articulated hands, but yeah, I like this figure, but it's just a little bit on the jank side for me. I like the cape, though. I like the cape kind of blowing in the wind there. I kind of hope we do get another version of this with like a different upper torso so they can better implement the neck and head into the rest of the figure. And then one with a more just kind of manila cape that just hangs down. So we have a traditional Rebirth style Batman, but no plans for that as of the recording of this video. Same with the Superman. I think that body was really solid, the infected Superman, that is. I think that body's really solid, and I'd like to see a Rebirth Supes on that. But with all that being said, it's time to move on to the accessories. Moving on to the accessories and the Dark Knight's Metal or Grey Capullo style Batman, for those of you in the know, does come with, I think, enough for the specific comic book art he is supposed to be representing here. So, comes with the black stand, as usual, because why not? I'm kind of getting sick of showcasing those, if you haven't noticed. Collectible trading card. It's got the 2 axes. Now, I gotta double check and see which hand's holding which axe, because I kind of want to have it, quote-unquote, comic accurate. And look at the artwork here. His neck looks pretty scrunched in this artwork. Now, he's probably looking down and his shoulders perked up, but yeah, the figure just doesn't really look like that a whole lot as far as the silhouette goes. Then on the back, you could pause and read that if you want. There you go. And then, speaking of the axes, here they are. It's got one with kind of this blade sticking out of the back, and then one with kind of a bat motif. They both kind of have that, but this one more so because it's got the extra wing bit instead of just a big old gnarly. And you could slide these in his hands pretty easily. I'll just bring them in here and show you. So, axe, hand. I did have to heat them up a little bit to get these in there, but they slide right in. There you go. There he is with his bat axe, or battle axe. Get it? That's a Brave and the Bold reference if I ever heard one, because there was like a bat axe from Batman or something from that line. But with all that being said, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here is the Dark Knight's Metal Batman, next to a couple other more bare-bones style Batmen from the DC Multiverse line. Got the White Knight Batman that I looked at about a week or two ago now on the left, and the Target exclusive Flashpoint Batman on the right. Up next, here he is next to a couple other Dark Knight's Metal characters. We got the Robin Crow from the very same wave on the left, and his arch nemesis, the Batman Who Laughs, on the right. And last but certainly not least, got our 2 regulars, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus on the left, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn on the right. So with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and as much as it kind of pains me to say this, I gotta say this is one of the weakest figures of this wave, next to the Robin Crow, because, well, that little bastard's hips barely even move. But with that being said, I think this is still a cool figure. I hope we get another crack at the Rebirth style Batman, maybe with a different cape and a different torso with a different head setup, because again, I think that's probably the weakest point of this figure. Not so much the cape, because it is based off a specific comic book cover, but the upper torso and the way the head and neck sit on it are kind of weird, and the upper torso, at least on mine, is kind of loose and floppy. So there is that. I will say, however, I do like the two axes he comes with, and once you pose him up, he looks pretty cool just standing there, but when you start getting up close and really checking him out, he kind of starts to fall apart for me. But that is just my opinion. You could think this is the best figure of the wave, more so than the Merciless or the Sky Tyrant figures themselves. So kudos to you for liking something that I just can't seem to enjoy as much as I want to. But with that being said, if you are in the market for a Greg Capullo style Batman, I would say pick this one up. It is probably the best Greg Capullo style Batman on the market right now. It's definitely the most affordable one. Excuse me. But with that being said, I will say also, if you want to build the Merciless wave, or the Merciless figure, I should say, you're going to want to pick this guy up. He comes with the arms, the infected Superman I looked at a little while ago now, came with the legs. I forgot to mention that before. And then, of course, what is it? Robin Crow came with the torso, and Batman Who Laughs Sky Tyrant came with the head, shoulder pads, and I believe the sword. So that wraps up this wave. We're going to do an overview of all these guys in the next couple of days here, depending on when I upload this, if it's going to be in the middle of the week or towards the end. I'm not sure, because I'm recording it quite a while in advance. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, as well as leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you like this figure or are like me and are kind of torn on it. You want to like it, but it's just something holding you back from liking it as much as you want to. Again, I think it's mostly due to that upper torso. I don't really mind the cape so much. I think that's cool, but the upper torso being loose and the way the neck and head sit on it, it's just kind of weird to me. And also let me know if you want to see another stab at a Rebirth Batman. I think McFarlane Toys would be willing to accept that challenge and maybe learn a couple things from this figure. I mean, I know the guy's been in the business for a while, but still, he's not used to putting all these cuts and things into figures just yet, I don't think. I mean, the Fortnite line was kind of the quote-unquote test run for the new 22-point system they've been doing lately. So, as always, remember to keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.